Gold rockets, guys. Gold is rocketing. Bitcoin is pumping. Ethereum is doing the same thing, and same thing with Chainlink. So today I'm going to be talking about here's what you need to know in today's economy, in today's meltdown, in today's printing of money, and how that's going to affect gold and Bitcoin. All right. Now, before I get into it, I need to do some house cleaning and let you guys know some great information that we have going on at Mr. No Fluff. If you haven't joined our free Facebook groups where we talk about real estate discussions, then go ahead and do that right now. It's totally for free. Go to mrnofluff.com. At the very top, there's a link. Click on it. You can join the community right now, and we have discussions about Bitcoin, gold, real estate, subject to investing. Now, answer your questions there live. Okay, so that's the very first thing. The second thing is about profit sharing. Is where I provide one-on-one coaching with you, and we'll work on one deal and we'll split the profits. The price on that is going up, guys. So it's right now it's $3,000 for 1 month of coaching, but it's going to $5,000. Okay, by Monday. By Monday. So if you've been sitting on the sidelines, you better go take it because it's going to be $2,000 more expensive. What do you get in the profit sharing? I work directly with you. Uh, to do one deal and we'll split it 50-50. Plus, I give you all your business tools you need to be able to have success in this business through automation, through lead generation, through paperwork, through seed funnels, follow up, and so on and so on. Everything you need, basically a business in a box. Okay, that's the profit sharing. Now, the other thing is that if you're just starting out and you want to do it yourself, download my best-selling courses plus monthly coaching at academy.mrnofluff.com, academy.mrnofluff.com. I'll give you the best-selling courses that I have plus monthly coaching for just $47 a month. Unbelievable. Plus you get access to our paid Facebook groups as well. All right, so those are the things that I wanted to clear house with, which is profit sharing. Prices are raising from 3,000 to 5,000. So if you've been on the sideline, get into it now. On Monday, prices going up. Okay. The other thing is the Academy, $47. My best-selling courses. There's over $22,000 of courses you're getting, plus monthly coaching. And the Abundance Club, guys. The Abundance Club. We meet every Saturday from your computer. We talk about gold, cryptocurrencies, real estate, business, and I answer all your questions every Saturday from 10 to 11 Central Time, right from your computer. We use technology, and it only costs $97. Can you believe it? $97 a month, 4 meetings a month, guys. Sometimes 5 meetings a month. All right, depends on what month it is. So now let's talk about gold. In 2016, I was the very first person that probably came out publicly said that, hey, gold is the play, which means that gold's going to go up when it was at the very, very bottom of it. 2016, December was when gold was the all-time low, almost $1,100 an ounce, $1,100 an ounce. And I came out and publicly said that, hey, I'm buying massive amount of gold, and gold is the play. And I also came out and told every one of you guys that real estate, in my opinion, is going to go down. Real estate is not going to be a good investment. Stocks are not going to be a good investments uh, in the upcoming future because of all the printing, all the bailouts, all the uh, loose lending they allowed. And I knew we were bubble territory and things were not normal. Fast forward 2020, gold is just rocketing. Just in a matter of one day, guys, like gold went up like $50, $52. Just one day. It's just ridiculous. I mean, you can gold usually buy and you have to wait 10 years, 15 years to be able to get some kind of return. But there are people out there going out there buying an ounce of gold a month ago, and today they've already made 20%, 30% gain on it, right? That's crazy. Same thing with silver, right? Silver is just, you know, it's moving. Seems like it's moving a dollar every couple of days, right? And where it took almost decades for it to move up. Okay, from the last crash. So, anyways, there's a massive pump happening in gold, and here's the funny thing. I called a couple of my local coin shops, and I said, hey, do you guys have gold? I like to, I acted like I'm a customer. I wanted to buy some. And I said, hey, do you guys have gold? None of them had gold in stock, guys. They didn't have gold in stock. Some of them didn't even have silver in stock. And I knew that I made the right decisioning because even the dealers don't have any gold. They don't have any silver to sell you. You can call your local shop. They may have 10 ounces of silver and that's it. And their whole business model is to buy and sell gold and silver. And these guys don't even have um, inventory. Now, I went to the nation's biggest gold and silver dealers online, the places where I bought my gold and silver back in 2016 when I broadcasted on YouTube, on Facebook. Some of these guys want a minimum order, like so you can't just order just like an ounce of gold or an ounce of not gold, silver. They want you to have at least like a $266 minimum, $150 minimum. You got to have a minimum order because they're too busy. On top of that, they're warning you right then and there before you place the order that hey, there's going to be a really long delay before you get your shipment. Plus, they're also warning you when you're placing the order, they don't have this item in stock and it's going to take 30 to 45 days potentially to get it. Probably more because if they don't receive it, the dealer doesn't receive it, then they can't ship it out to you. So what that symbolizes is that there is a shortage on gold and silver. Now, when I talked to my coin lady and I said, look, I might be interested in selling you guys, ounces of gold and silver, she tried to, undercut me. And I didn't want to argue with her because I had just asked her if they had gold and they said they were out. So I'm gonna be their main supplier. And she wanted to, give me below spot price, which I'm not gonna sell below spot price. And I just thought to myself, lady, you're crazy. You don't have inventory. Basically, you're telling me you're short on inventory, but then you're gonna tell me that, there's not a shortage on there when it's time for you to buy my stuff. Bullshit. If there was no shortage, then you would have your own gold, but you don't have any fucking gold, and you're the fucking dealer. So I knew that these dealers are just stinky liars, just like bankers. Now I understand they got to make money. I don't have a problem with them making money, but don't lie to people, right? Don't lie to people. One coin shop I called, they lied about the spot price. I'm sitting here online looking at the spot price, and they're like, "No, the spot price is lower than what you're saying." And like, dude, I don't know what kind of idiots that they talk to, but I'm sure they're motivated sellers that go in there and they're like, yeah, I need to sell my silver, I need to sell my gold, I can't pay rent. And of course, they're going to take advantage of those kind of individuals. But I'm not a motivated seller. I was a prepared seller. Now I'm going to supply the coin shops, and I'm not going to get less than spot. I'm actually going to try to get more than spot, which is unheard of at a dealer. But it will take work, just like it takes work to find a deal 60 cents on a dollar in real estate. Just like it takes work to find a deal um, to buy where the seller becomes my private bank, aka seller financing, aka subject to investing, aka owner financing. So yeah, everything takes work, but there are dealers out there that are going to lie to a seller of gold and coin. Say, look, the spot price is lower. Okay, and some people just don't have internet access. They're old, they're ancient, they believe that. Okay, other dealers are gonna lie and say, "Look, dude, there's not a shortage of inventory, and to get your shit really cheap," which is bullshit, right? Bullshit. I mean, because there is shortage of inventory. There's shortage of gold. There's shortage of silver. That's why there's a delay, like 30 to 45 days. Many places you go. Now, some other dealers were cool. I called a dealer right off the bat. They were like, "Hey, we'll buy your shit. We'll buy your gold. We'll buy your silver at 2.5%, 2.5%, which is not bad because I figure like 3% is normal. Just like a real estate agent charges 3% to sell a house, I think that to liquidate precious metals for 3% is not bad. But these people are going to do it for 2.5%. And again, I'm not even negotiating. I'm just calling around and just to learn about it and just see what different dealers say and what they do before I even start negotiating with them. Like I'm just kind of like a home seller. If I talk to a seller and they want above asking price, but above fair market price for their home, I'm not gonna even gonna waste my time with that chump because they're fucking delusional, right? I'm not gonna waste my breath and argue with them and negotiate with them, show them facts that no, your house is worth less. No, I just say, fuck off, dude. I'll go somewhere else. And then over time, that seller will become super motivated because they have their property way above the asking price. Just kind of like this gold dealer that I talked to. They didn't have any gold, but they weren't going to pay good price for it, so that's why they're not going to have any gold. You know what I mean? Um, so anything in life is going to require work, but I'm going to only work on people that are motivated. Like the dealer that's willing to buy uh, precious metals for only 2.5% below, right? Which is a lot. For example, if you're selling an ounce of gold, you're talking about giving this guy $50 of your money, right? So if you're selling 1 ounce, okay. What if you sell 100 ounces? What if you sell 10 ounces? What if you sell 1,000 ounces? You can see that 2.5% becomes a big chunk of money. I understand that he provides a service, which is cool because you could take your money and liquidate it to him, and he makes the job easier versus going out and interviewing a lot of people and stuff like that. But still, you know, I think that the price should be spot. I mean, I'm going to negotiate spot or even above spot. But I'm not at the point of negotiation and liquidating because I still think there's more room on the upside. Now, the scary part about gold is that you know, I like historical fact. Like for example, Bitcoin hit 19,000 and it crashed. So in my opinion, it's going to go hit 19. Silver had hit 45 to 50, right, somewhere around there. So there's still a possibility for it to go hit that, right? So I could go back to history and say, okay, it used to be this much, now it's here. There's probably ability to hit that and even may go up higher, if not at least hit that. But gold is in the territory of unknown because it's never been historically this high before. The highest it's ever been is 1900 and some change, and today it's trading over $2,052 as I was doing this video for you guys. Okay, and it's gone up like $52 in just like a day or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I woke up and I watched it go up. So when it comes liquidating your precious metals, it's very important that you don't, you got to do your research. You can't just go to a pawn shop. You can't just go to a dealer and just like, here, you got to do your due diligence. You got to do some negotiation, especially if you're just liquidating an ounce, then it's probably not worth it. But if you're liquidating more, then it's probably going to be worth it to do that homework. Okay. Uh, if I can't get what I want, then I'll just privately sell it, and if that doesn't work, then I'll just hold on to it. It's no big deal. But the reason that I thought that I was going to liquidate is because I'm already in profits, man. And in just a few minutes, I'm gonna have doubled my money just by putting that money into gold back in 2016. Well, it really was the last month of 2016. So 2017, just putting it there, I got to double my money. That's freaking amazing. Not to do anything, just sit there, just relax. Not like a rental property, not like a business where you have to babysit it, where you just chill and it goes up. Now, how much more do I think it's going to go up? I have no fucking idea. I don't have a crystal ball. And usually I look at history, but there is no history on gold. I don't know, but they're surely printing a lot of money. There surely is a lot of uh, distress out there today with, Fortune 500 companies going belly up, filing bankruptcy like hers, like so many um, massive bailouts, massive printing of money. And, going into the real estate crash, I think that there's more room to go up. But for me, I'm not trying to be greedy. Once I double my money, I'm going to exit the gold and silver because not all of it, but majority of it, because I want to get into more real estate because I believe that real estate 2020. 2019, 2021, 2022 is going to be the play. It's not going to be a short term play. It's going to be a long term play, 7 to 10 years down the line, real estate is going to go up because, unless the dollar collapses, right? Because we're at the verge of, you know, the dollar collapsing with so much printing. When I say collapse, what I mean is the dethroning of the dollar as the petrodollar, as the world reserve currency, okay, which will bring significant suffering to you and me and your cousins and your mamas in America. That's why we live so good. That's why we have so much abundance because we own the world reserve currency and we're trading fake dollars for real tangible goods and services from other countries, right? If you guys have any questions, comment, leave it below. I'll be happy to answer for you. Now let's talk about Bitcoin, right? I mean, guys, the investments that I made, which is gold, silver, and Bitcoin, they're all doing fantastic. Fantastic, I should say. I'm super stoked. I mean, it was hard to make these investments at the time that I was doing it until 2016 December when I decided to get into gold when it was 1,100 bucks. It was at the bottom of the bottom. Everyone thought it was going to go more bottom. It was hard to buy into it, right? Uh, when Bitcoin went from $19,000 to $3,500, and let me remind you, I've already started buying at when it crashed 50%. I got into it when it got $11,000. So when it hit 3,500 bucks, I was negative thousands and thousands of dollars that I've invested into it, and to still hold my hand and continue charging when blood is coming out of my mouth, blood is coming out of my ears, out of my eyes. I've lost, when I look on paper, theoretically 90% of my investment that I put into it, but still charge and still buy at 3,500. Man, I can tell you it was very fucking tough, right? And today when I'm looking at it, from that number, we're at 11,000 plus. We're about to hit $12,000. Now, when I look at it, I'm like, yeah, I feel pretty stoked about it. When I see, for example, um, some of the biggest companies coming to Ethereum, coming to blockchain, coming to um, Bitcoin, it blows me away. When I see on TV the head speakers of JP Morgan, the bankers talk shit about Ethereum, talk shit about Bitcoin, and then they're mining it, or then they're asking, the regulators to allow them to hold the cryptos, to stake those cryptos for their clients. It just blows me away when I see JP Morgan talks about how Bitcoin is a scam, and then they're creating their own blockchain, their own coin. I'm like, okay, when we see Visa and Mastercard just back in 2017 would cut off your credit card if you were buying cryptos with them. They wouldn't even allow you to buy cryptos with them. Banks wouldn't even allow you to bank if they knew you were buying cryptos. To see these institutions go from like we hate cryptocurrencies, we hate Bitcoin, to now want to be your custodians, now want to be staking your coins for you, now want to partner up like Visa and Mastercard, or wanting to partner up with, you know, cryptocurrency companies to allow people to spend their cryptos through a Visa. It just blows me away from, you know, everyone hating, saying it's a scam, to all these big Fortune 500 companies like PayPal are going to be getting on board with Bitcoin. So when you think about that, the top people talk smacked about it, from the CEOs of banks to credit card processing, Visa, MasterCard networks, um, Congress, so on, 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 so on. And now the shift is changing where these big players are realizing that they're going to be out of business. PayPal is going to be out of business. Visa, MasterCard are going to be out of business if they don't get in, right? If they don't become workable with the newest technology. I mean, right now, if you guys don't know, DeFi is just revolutionizing the finance, is revolutionizing lending, which is basically why we had banks, right? Guys, if you could jab the like button, all right, if you can jab the like button, share this message, definitely help out the algorithm. I really appreciate that, okay? DeFi, if you guys don't know, 2017, it was ICOs on Ethereum. Today is DeFi on Ethereum, and that's why I'm really bullish on Ethereum. But going back to the story of DeFi, it's like, man, what is DeFi? It's decentralized, right? Decentralized banking. Let's say, right now, let's say Bank of America, Wells Fargo. Well, if you want to get a loan, a small group of people own it. Well, on a DeFi, I could stake my coins up. I could put up my coins and lend it out, and there's smart contracts there, and there's no middleman. I don't have to pass some kind of FICO score or whatever. But but DeFi is so complex; it's hard to explain it in just one sentence. But it's, imagine having a bank that's decentralized. That's what DeFi is. DeFi is also in buying cryptos. Like if before I was buying cryptos, for example, on Coinbase, which is centralized. Now I can buy cryptos on decentralized exchanges. So very cool technology, because it's gonna, smart contracts are going to eliminate millions of jobs. One great example is, for example, title companies. Title companies in real estate are going to be um, put to sleep. Like, I mean, especially with the title policy, because why someone buys title policy at a title company and spends thousands of dollars to buy a title policy, and then they sell someone else has to buy another title policy, is to ensure that there's a clean chain, that the title is being transferred, and there's no other clouds, or there's no other people saying I own this property, right? But with the smart contract, it eliminates title policy, which is thousands of millions and millions of billions of dollars, because every person in America must get title policy if they're getting a loan from the bank. With a smart contract, you can clearly see that the chain is, the title is clear. You can clearly see the chain, and you don't have to have someone, pull the data for you. You don't have to have someone to insure the title for you, because it's all going to be done on a smart contract. Title companies are going to be extinct, because instead of someone going into the office and having these legality, well, a smart contract, someone's going to do the legality one time. It's going to be in there, and it's going to execute by itself. There's not going to be no middleman like escrow companies. You don't have to have any of that, because once you get into an agreement, buyer and seller agree on it, and they finalize that smart contract, then they don't have to have a judge to mediate. They don't have to have a middleman to mediate. They don't, they agree upon it, and it's going to eliminate a lot of the court system, right? The whole court system is going to get eliminated in many sense, because there's a lot of lawsuits, because I said I was going to do this, you say you're going to do that. Well, now you agree on this stuff up front, you make it into a smart contract, and then once you shake on it, you can't change it anymore. Once it's executed, you can't change it anymore. And once the performance is done, when someone says I'm gonna do A, B, and C, when they do A, B, and C, they're gonna get that reward, whatever it was. And there's not gonna be like bullying, because I'm a bigger company, I'm gonna bully you, or just like Trump did with a lot of small businesses where they work for his corporations and he didn't pay them. Well, those problems are going to get eliminated, because once that once the smart contract is executed, let's say I hire someone to do painting for my home, and these are the requirements that I require. And once the service provider does those requirements according to those things that I outline, then they'll get the money. If they don't do those requirements, they're not going to get the money. And we don't have to go to a judge, to a lawyer, to a mediator. We agree to it all up front, and it's all through a smart contract. So, guys, blockchain, smart contracts, Ethereum. That's why I'm such a big bull on Ethereum, because many people don't realize that Ethereum, you know, it's kind of like if you go back to the internet age, when it first came up with dial up, the reason, like, we have so many different development going on is, for example, of WordPress. For example, Ethereum is kind of like a WordPress, because through a WordPress you can have all kinds of different websites in there, from like doctors to personal trainers to moving company to all kinds of industry. Kind of like a Shopify. Like, Shopify, you can have so many different businesses, all kinds, right? And that's what Ethereum is. It's like a platform where hosts many different smart contracts, right? And it allows, like, the computing power of 2.0 internet, if I can say that, right? So it's a place, it's an environment. A lot of things are going to be built on, and a lot of things are already built on it. At first, it was the ICOs. Now, is the next hottest thing is um, DeFi. Okay, uh, being built on Ethereum. So I'm really bullish on Ethereum. The last high it was in 2017, if I'm not mistaken, was like $1,400. Today, Ethereum is less than $400, guys, less than 400 bucks. And so this is why I see massive return on Ethereum, at least back to the historical high, because that's why I like history, because if it one time hit that, I believe there's a high potential for it to hit that. Now, in gold, is I'm scared, because I don't have a history to go back to, because it's charting new areas like Columbus. It went to new areas that we've never gone through. So I'm scared. But for example, Bitcoin, I'm not, because I know at one time people paid $19,000 for it. They're probably going to pay $19,000 for it sometime very soon down the line. Same thing with real estate. 2006, when the fourth quarter, when the market crashed, I knew that when prices were going to come down, they're going to go back to where they were before, because historically they were paying that price back in 2004, 2003, 2005, right? So they were paying for those homes, and I had to just hold. So we're at the point where we have massive pumps in all the investment assets that I chose to invest my money in, from silver to gold to Bitcoin to Ethereum and a bunch of other shit coins. And I'm pretty stoked about it. And now is the play for real estate, guys. Real estate is the play. This is the season for seller financing. This is the season for OPM. This is the season for equity maximizers. This is the season for motivated sellers. There's so many out there, and there's a lot more to come. And if you're watching the news, they're gonna lie to you and tell you there's everything's going fine. We're on a recovery, but that's bullshit. That's bullshit in my opinion. Not financial advice, guys. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Click the like button. If there's any questions, I'll take some. Someone asked, "What do you think about XRP?" Guys, I have a video about XRP. I say don't sell your soul to the devil, and the devil being the bankers, and XRP is just for the fucking bankers. And why the fuck do I want to help out the fucking bankers? They're the ones that have enslaved us. Yeah, I want to make money, guys. I want to make money like any other Joe, but I also understand that my money has a vote, right? That I vote with my money, and I surely ain't gonna vote my money for fucking XRP. I don't care if it even moons. I don't care, because what XRP stands for is not freedom, and I want freedom. I want liberty. That's why I like Bitcoin. There's a CEO that's benefiting from XRP. They could get shut down, but more importantly, they're just working with stinky bankers. And the whole thing about the revolution that's happening right now with cryptos is to eliminate the fucking bankers, to eliminate the fucking middleman, to eliminate the fucking printing press. That's what has caused us the problems that we have. We don't want to empower them. Just at least I don't want to. Uh, I'm not speaking for you, just speaking for myself. Is there gains to be made in it? Probably. Do I want to put my money into it? Not at all. I don't support that idea. But you should do your own due diligence. But my opinion is, I'd rather get Bitcoin than XRP. But a good question, man. I'm sure a lot of people will make a lot of money in XRP in this coming bull run. All right, someone asked me about the academy. Go to academy.mrnofluff.com. All the information is there. It's 47 bucks, best-selling courses, monthly coaching. To wrap it up, guys, if you're thinking about the profit sharing, get into it now. By Monday of this week coming up, which is in a couple of days, price is going from 3K to 5K, right? And I'll work directly with you on one deal. We'll split the profit 50-50. So I have a vast interest, just like you, for us to do one freaking deal. So if you're tired of going to like a bunch of classes and reading a bunch of books and, and you're ready to do a fucking deal, then join the profit sharing. Peace, guys.